Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is the final part of my travel blog series to United Arab Emirates. This part is about Abu Dhabi. The trip started with a metro ride from Dubai to Ibn Battuta bus station. From Ibn Battuta bus stop, we took a bus to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi. Finally, we have arrived Yas Island, which is full of amusement parks like Ferrari World, Warner Brothers World, Sea World, Water World, and the F1 race circuit for Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Yas Marina circuit. Finally, we have arrived at the main destination of the day, the Ferrari World. Immediately after the entrance, you can see this beautiful display of iconic Ferrari cars. Then we tried all the thrill rides, starting with Mission Ferrari, which was a 4D audiovisual roller coaster that goes 4 ways, and each car was modeled after a Ferrari car. Flying Aces was the only ride modeled like a plane instead of a Ferrari car. It's modeled after the Italy's #1 fighter plane during the World War I, flown by Francesco Baracca. The emblem of black horse on this plane inspired Enzo Ferrari to put on his race car, and eventually which became the Ferrari logo. Flying Aces has the world's highest roller coaster loop at speed of 120 km per hour. Turbo Track was zero gravity free fall roller coaster. This section was modeled after a classic Italian countryside. This building was modeled after the birthplace of Ferrari. Made in Maranello was a slow ride which gives you a tour of how a Ferrari car is made. Fiorano GT Challenge was also a fun roller coaster, where there were 2 tracks and it imitates a racing of 2 cars. Then we went to the food court for the lunchtime. After lunch, I took the roof walk experience, where you can walk over the roof of Ferrari World, see the top view of Yas Island, also pose in front of the largest Ferrari logo ever created. Next was Speed Up Magic, which was also a 4D ride. Our next ride was Belle Italia, which was a fun car ride around the miniature world of Italy. Next stop, Ferrari Galleria. It was a museum of the most iconic Ferrari F1 racing cars. Most of them were driven by the great Michael Schumacher. There was one of Rubens Barrichello. It was souvenir time, so I went to the Ferrari store. Then we also visited the Yas Mall, which was also next to the Ferrari World. That was the end of the day, so we took a ride back to Dubai. Next day from JBR, I was picked up by the tour company for the tour of Abu Dhabi. We took a different route this time. On the way we saw Sheikh Zayed National Museum under construction, the Louvre Museum, and the Abu Dhabi Corniche. Then the ADNOC headquarters. ADNOC stands for Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. The machine outside was the original first drilling machine, and the iconic Etihad Towers. It was cloudy and overcast at that time, so we decided to come back later. We arrived at our first stop, Qasr Al Watan, the presidential palace of United Arab Emirates. After security check at the visitor center, we took another bus to go to the palace. Finally, got the first glimpse of the presidential palace, Qasr Al Watan. The architectural design was so grand and mesmerizing that I was spellbound. There were also a few optical illusion installations. There was a beautiful sculpture called Power of Words. This was the official meeting room where the president meets the diplomats and delegates from other countries. And this was the library. Next, I had my breakfast at the food court. After breakfast, checked out the courtyard and the beautiful fountains. After spending some time here, we left for our next spot. On the way we saw the Emirates Palace. Finally we arrived at Etihad Towers. You might have seen Etihad Towers in Fast and Furious 7, the car jumping off a building scene. We took an elevator ride up to 74th floor where the observatory is. From here, we could see the Emirates Palace, which is the second 7-star hotel. This was Fairmont Marina Hotel, which also looks like Atlantis Hotel in Dubai. And this was the ADNOC headquarters. We could also see Qasr Al Watan from here. After leaving Etihad Towers, we went by this neighborhood where King of Abu Dhabi, Crowned Prince and other Al Nahyan royal family members lived. This was one of the first 5-star hotels in Abu Dhabi. Next we saw Capital Gate, the Leaning Tower of Abu Dhabi, with 4 times more inclination than the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Finally got the first glimpse of the Grand Mosque. Before going inside the Grand Mosque, we decided to have the lunch. So I went to Al Khaimah Heritage, which is a Michelin 3-star restaurant. The inside was decorated in an Arabian desert Bedouin style. We were greeted in traditional way, coffee and some dates. There were arrangements for chair table, but I preferred to sit on the floor on a cushion, the traditional style. I tried another Arabian variation of biryani, majboos. After lunch, explored the mall. I tried camel milk desserts, especially the camel milk ice cream. It was delicious. And this is camel milk ice cream.
Camel milk ice cream.
After that, we started for the Grand Mosque. The entrance were via this mall through this underground passageway. And we arrived at Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque. This is the largest mosque in UAE. The mosque was constructed between 1994 and 2007. This was built under guidance and supervision of Sheikh Zayed under the management of Syrian architect Yosef Abdelke. This was built using marbles from several countries including Italy, North Macedonia, India, etc. The marbles were so intricate and glossy that it created a mirage effect. It appeared like water on the floor. In this room, the whole floor was covered by the largest rug or carpet in the world. After exploring for a while, we left the Grand Mosque. While returning, we also saw another unique building shaped like a coin, the Aldar headquarters. Finally, we arrived at the Ibn Battuta bus stop. After being dropped off, I spent some time at the Dubai Marina. After sunset, I walked up to the JBR Beach. Next, I tried the Flying Cup ride. This was a dining experience being suspended in the sky, enjoying the breathtaking view of the JBR skyline. After half an hour ride, got off, then sat down at an outdoor cafe to watch the Man United game and chill.
Between Bassi and Tosin really good defender. We're pleased with the performance up until this point.
And
Really frustrated
Manchester
that
United.
looks like it's worked pretty well according to plan for Fulham. Bar the finish that Leon was just talking
Hard luck, we lost the game. After a while, I left for the airport to catch the flight back home. Took final few glances of Dubai and then I arrived at the airport. I reached the airport pretty early and I saw there was a Hard Rock Cafe inside. So decided to have my last dinner in Dubai at Hard Rock Cafe before the boarding time. And that was all from the vlog series of my trip to United Arab Emirates. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Also check out my other travel blogs.